This video is intended to walk you through how to make use of the mylab and mastering tool after you have registered for the Pearson mylab and mastering access code. In order to register, you'd have to take a look at that other video. But once you've registered, here's how you make use of the mylab and mastering tool to access your textbook, as well as to engage in your assigned content. So first you click on the mylab and mastering tab over on the left-hand side of the course. Make sure pop-ups are enabled when you engage with this tool. Also, Firefox and Chrome are recommended browsers to use for this. So this is the course page, and there are a few things that I want you to pay attention to. First of all, here is the e-text and the audio version of the text, so you can use this to access your textbook. So when I've assigned you to read chapter 1, this is where you go in order to get there. Sometimes it takes a little bit to load the Pearson site. Don't worry about it. It'll just be patient. It'll happen. Also, sometimes you might have to reload the page. So this is an example from your textbook. I really like this interactive text. You can click on anything that's highlighted and it'll tell you that you can listen to that particular section or give you an additional definition of something. It also has videos embedded within various pages, so you can watch little video clips as you read. And if you go over here to the menu, you see there's a notebook you can use to potentially take notes. So if that's what really works well for you, that might be really interesting for you. You can add a bookmark. You can print a page. There are all sorts of things that you can do to interact with this content. So hopefully you find this an interesting way to engage with your textbook. And once again, this is how you access your text. In addition to your textbook, this also includes the mylab and mastering content. And for every chapter, you've been assigned content to complete to help supplement what we do in class. You access the content you've been assigned through the course calendar. So make sure you click on the course calendar in order to find out what you've been assigned for a given chapter. There's a lot of content available for each chapter, but you haven't been assigned all of it, so the calendar lets you know what you need to do. If you look here, you'll see the little clock. That lets you know that you've been assigned something for the 24th. And if you look over here, you'll see that you've been assigned a few different things. Make sure you scroll down so you see all of it. Every time we have a chapter, you will be assigned a study plan as well as 4 different activities, whether it's watching a video or participating in an experiment. Let's take a look really quickly at the study plan. So the study plan includes a pre-test and a post-test. It's a 25-question quiz. You need to take the pre-test in order for the post-test to open up. So you might notice right now, this you can click on, this you can't. You have to take the pretest first before you take the post-test. You can choose to take the pretest blind without having read the chapter just to see how well you do, or you can go through it intentionally in order to try to take it and do well on it with the book in front of you, or after having read the textbook. You can really treat this however works best for your brain. After you take the pretest, it gives you feedback over in this window, and it lets you know which learning objectives you did well on and which learning objectives you need to revisit. And it even gives you links to the specific parts of the chapters so you can reread the parts that you need to brush up on, as well as videos you can watch to help supplement the parts that you need to learn a little bit better. And then you take the post-test down here. The post-test is the thing that I grade. So you need to take this in order to get your grade, and you need to score 70% or higher in order to get credit. Now, the post-test is another 25-question quiz, and you can take it as many times as you want, and it's a good way to practice to make sure you really know your content of your chapter. So once again, the post-test is the thing that is graded, and you need to get 70% or higher, and you can take it as many times as you want. So that pretty much covers the Pearson MyLab and mastering in terms of access to your textbook and access to your assigned content for each chapter. Oh, let's do one more thing. Oh. So the other thing you've been assigned besides the study plan are different assignments involving quizzes. Let's go through that. I almost forgot about it. All right, so you've been assigned 4 additional mini projects to do that help supplement and enrich your understanding of the content. In order to complete these, basically, sometimes it might be involving yourself in a mini experiment or watching a video. More often it's watching a video. Sometimes it's engaging in the virtual brain. But when you click on the link from your calendar, it'll have an introduction, and then it'll have a video or an activity. And then right at the very bottom, it'll have start in order to start the quiz. I want to see that you've engaged in this content, so I'd really like you to take the quiz in order to get the half a point that's associated with the 4 activities. So you'll watch the video and take the quiz. You don't even have to pass the quiz. I just want to see that you've done it in order to give you some credit for having engaged with this additional content. So that's how you engage with the 5 different things that you've been assigned for each chapter, the study plan and the 4 additional mini tasks. And once again, you have 5 things for each chapter, and hopefully that should help you learn the chapter really well and enrich your understanding of the content. There are a few other things you can do within MyLab, including creating flashcards. And if you want to learn more about that, you can click on the MyLab tab in Canvas and learn a little bit more about that. I have more information about how to make use of MyLab in that particular section of your course. But this covers the basics, how to access your textbook and how to access your assigned content through the course calendar.